was born in East Rand, and then during the riots we went down to KZN. I spent part of my time there. I was raised by my grandmother, my aunt, my late aunt, and my mother. So yeah, that was me growing up. Whenever I'm on stage, I feel like, you know what, this is me. There's nothing I know better than being on stage, being in studio, singing and entertaining people. And music is part of who I am. That's where I'm able to express myself and how I feel. And that's where I feel I'm complete. How is my album doing? What's stressing? The album is doing extremely well. Actually, we're waiting for a couple of people to buy the album so we can be here. The album is sitting on number 4 on the most selling albums in the country, and the song Asine has been on iTunes number 1 for a very long time, which is very good. So the song has been on high rotation in every radio station in the country, including outside the countries. Namibia, we've hit Namibia already. We've hit Botswana already. We've hit Swaziland already. We've hit the UK already. So, hey, God has been very good. When I heard the message about the song, that was enough for me to be inspired to do the song. Because when I asked Uchiko Oti what the song meant, he said to me it's about a woman who's accused of killing her husband. And to me, it was like, yo, I want to do this. Simply because I wanted to represent that silent voice of that woman who's lost her husband, and instead of society comforting and supporting her, they pointing fingers at her, and she never got to be represented by anybody. I mean, I've seen situations in my family where an uncle dies and then your aunt gets accused and whatnot, but nobody ever represents that silent voice of that woman. And I thought, what would be the better way to have myself represent that silent voice of that woman? Wherever there's people concerned, there'll always be controversy, because people they thrive in controversy, especially in the media. But as far as I'm concerned, there was never a point where people were not sure. And a lot of people knew that I was in studio with Chico. It was all over the papers. And maybe based on the song, because I didn't even know that Yvonne sang the song before me. In fact, we didn't even know the song was there up until Asinde was released by me. Really, there's no controversy there. It is just a song. I mean, like any other song. What's different about this particular song? Maybe it's different because it's sang by me. I remember the night before I went to studio, I'm so fascinated by these different African languages, and I went and Googled Oliver Mtukudzi's Neria. And while I was busy biting my tongue trying to learn the words, Chico calls me and says, I want you to do a Chivenda song. I was like, wow, I'm going to do that. He taught me, and in an hour, I was able to do the song and finish the song. Well, I have support from my mom and sister, my family and friends, who I love very much. But more than anything, I am deeply rooted in Christ and my spirituality. So that's what keeps me going. Seriously, I don't have enough words to say to those two, especially because they've been with me through everything since day one up until now. They have been the pillar of my strength. They have been everything to me. So no words could ever paint a proper picture of how I feel and what they mean to me. But more than anything, I love them. It is very important how we package ourselves as artists. You'll find some artists arrive at shows looking like the guy next door. They never even prepare their backtracks, their costumes. If you were to see me on stage, like I go crazy a week before my performance, preparing. The backtrack has to be on point. The outfits, not just one outfit, Joe next door, excuse me if you're a Joe, but really take your craft seriously so that the people that come to your shows and people that buy your albums can take you more seriously. I understand how they put me in that level. Lebu was don't care kind of artist. She was herself. She didn't care about what people thought of her. And same goes for Brenda Fassie, and same goes for me. And I believe those two artists were the most honest artists themselves, which is who I am. And I will never trade honesty for anything. I believe in the talent that God has blessed me with. I'm rather honored to be mentioned along those names of Lebo Mathosa and Brenda Fassie, people who have made a mark in this industry, people who have taken their craft very seriously. I remember Lebo was a performer. Lebo would bring a show. Brenda was the same. I mean, to be mentioned along those names, for me, it's an honor. We're doing an African tour. And we are still in talks, and we'll be going to all the African continents, introducing ourselves to the African continent. It's me and a fellow friend of mine that I can't disclose yet. And we are going to London, yes, in May. The 1st and 2nd of May we'll be in London doing a Back to My Roots tour. That's Cindy Fever finally hits London. I will not entertain an idiotic media junkie at my expense. How's about that?